Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 8, Book 76, number 436. Narrated by Zadam bin Mudarrib, Imran bin Hussein said, "The Prophet said, the best people are my contemporaries, i.e., the present, my generation, and then those who come after them, i.e., the next generation." Imran added, "I am not sure whether the Prophet repeated the statement twice after his first saying." The Prophet added, "And after them there will come people who will bear witness, though they will not be asked to give their witness, and they will be treacherous and nobody will trust them. And they will make vows, but will not fulfill them, and fatness will appear among them." Volume 8, Book 76, number 437. Narrated by Abdullah. The Prophet said, "The best people are those of my generation, and then those who will come after them, the next generation, and then those who will come after them, i.e. the next generation, and then after them, there will come people whose witness will precede their oaths, and whose oaths will precede their witness." Volume 8, Book 76, number 438. Narrated by K. I heard Kabab, who had branded his abdomen with 7 brands, saying, "Had Allah's apostle not forbidden us to invoke Allah for death, I would have invoked Allah for death." The companions of Muhammad have left this world without taking anything of their reward in it, i.e., they will have perfect reward in the hereafter. But we have collected of the worldly wealth what we cannot spend but on earth, i.e. on building houses. Volume 8, Book 76, number 439. Narrated by K. I came to Kabab while he was building a wall, and he, Kabab, said, "Our companions who have left this world did not enjoy anything of their reward therein, while we have collected after them much wealth that we cannot spend but on earth, i.e., on building." Volume 8, Book 76, number 440. Narrated by Kabab. We migrated with the Prophet. This narration is related in the chapter of migration. Volume 8, Book 76, number 441. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The first brought water to Uthman bin Affan to perform the ablution while he was sitting on his seat. He performed the ablution in a perfect way and said, "I saw the Prophet performing the ablution in this place, and he performed it in a perfect way and said, whoever performs the ablution as I have done this time, and then proceeds to the mosque and offers a 2-rak'at prayer and then sits there, waiting for the compulsory congregational prayers, then all his past sins will be forgiven." The Prophet further added, "Do not be conceited, thinking that your sins will be forgiven because of your prayer." Volume 8, Book 76, number 442. Narrated by Murdaz al-Aslami. The Prophet said, "The righteous, pious people will depart, die, in succession one after the other, and there will remain, on the earth, useless people like the useless husk of barley seeds or bad dates." Volume 8, Book 76, number 443. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "Perish the slave of dinar, dirham, katifa, thick soft cloth, and kamisa, a garment, for if he is given, he is pleased, otherwise he is dissatisfied." Volume 8, Book 76, number 444. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The first heard the Prophet saying, "If the son of Adam, the human being, had 2 valli of money, he would wish for a third, for nothing can fill the belly of Adam's son except dust, and Allah forgives him who repents to him. Volume 8, Book 76, number 445. Narrated by Ibn Abbas, the first heard Allah's apostles saying, "If the son of Adam had money equal to a valley, then he will wish for another similar to it, for nothing can satisfy the eye of Adam's son except dust. And Allah forgives him who repents to him." Ibn Abbas said, "I do not know whether this saying was quoted from the Quran or not." Atta said, "I heard Ibn Zubayr saying this narration while he was on the pulpit." Volume 8, Book 76, number 446. Narrated by Sa'al bin Sa'd, I heard Ibn Zubayr, who was on the pulpit at Mecca, delivering a sermon, saying, "O men! The Prophet used to say, if the son of Adam were given a valley full of gold, he would love to have a second one. And if he were given the second one, he would love to have a third, for nothing fills the belly of Adam's son except dust. And Allah forgives he who repents to him." Ubay said, "We considered this as a saying from the Quran till the surah, beginning with, 'The mutual rivalry for piling up of worldly things diverts you,' 102.1, was revealed." Volume 8, Book 76, number 447. Narrated by Anas bin Malik, Allah's apostle said, "If Adam's son had a valley full of gold, he would like to have two valleys, for nothing fills his mouth except dust. And Allah forgives him who repents to him." Volume 8, Book 76, number 448. Narrated by Hakim bin Hizam, I asked the Prophet for some money, and he gave me. And then again I asked him and he gave me. And then again I asked him and he gave me, and he then said, "This wealth is like green and sweet fruit. And whoever takes it without greed, Allah will bless it for him. But whoever takes it with greed, Allah will not bless it for him. And he will be like the one who eats but is never satisfied. And the upper, giving, hand is better than the lower, taking, hand." Volume 8, Book 76, number 449. Narrated by Abdullah, the Prophet said, "Who among you considers the wealth of his heirs dearer to him than his own wealth?" They replied, "O Allah's Apostle, there is none among us but loves his own wealth more." The Prophet said, "So his wealth is whatever he spends, in Allah's cause, during his life, on good deeds, while the wealth of his heirs is whatever he leaves after his death." Volume 8, Book 76, number 450. Narrated by Abu Dar, once I went out at night and found Allah's Apostle walking all alone accompanied by nobody, and I thought that perhaps he disliked that someone should accompany him. So I walked in the shade, away from the moonlight, but the Prophet looked behind and saw me and said, "Who is that?" I replied, "Abu Dar, let Allah get me sacrificed for you." He said, "O Abu Dar, come here." So I accompanied him for a while, and then he said, "The rich are in fact the poor, little rewarded, on the day of resurrection except him whom Allah gives wealth which he gives, in charity, to his right, left, front and back, and does good deeds with it." I walked with him a little longer. Then he said to me, "Sit down here." So he made me sit in an open space surrounded by rocks, and said to me, "Sit here till I come back to you." He went towards Al-Hara till I could not see him, and he stayed away for a long period. And then I heard him saying, while he was coming, even if he had committed theft, and even if he had committed illegal sexual intercourse. When he came, I could not remain patient and asked him, "O Allah's Prophet, let Allah get me sacrificed for you. Whom were you speaking to by the side of Al-Hara?" I did not hear anybody responding to your talk. He said, it was Gabriel who appeared to me beside Al-Hara and said, give the good news to your followers that whoever dies without having worshipped anything besides Allah, will enter paradise. I said, O Gabriel, even if he had committed theft or committed illegal sexual intercourse. He said, yes. I said, even if he has committed theft or committed illegal sexual intercourse. He said, yes. I said, even if he has committed theft or committed illegal sexual intercourse. He said, yes.